I'm Haifo, and we're live at the 2019 EW Comic-Con Video Studio presented by Toyota Corolla with the cast of Stumptown. I want to start, I know you guys already had your panel, but like, is this anyone's first Comic-Con?
This is my
First Comic-Con? Are there things you have done or plan to do that you haven't, like this weekend? Are you going to any panels? Are you walking the floor?
Camryn? I'm going to a panel, just a little known show called Game of Thrones.
Nice.
I'm going to the panel and I'm excited.
Anybody else looking forward to anything?
I'm just looking forward to meeting all these fantastic stars from all these different shows and just taking it all in. It's pretty overwhelming.
Yeah, there's no passion like a Comic-Con fan passion. That is for sure. But Cobie, I want to start with you for Stumptown. Obviously, like, I mean, what just was it about Dex that kind of drew you in, made you want to live with this character for the foreseeable future?
For the next 9 years.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, I read the script and then I also looked at the graphic novel written by Greg Rucka and just really was drawn to this character. You know, she's a woman who is ex-military and is suffering from PTSD and is just sort of struggling. She has addictions and she lives in the city of Portland, which is this magical, wacky city that I've always loved. And yeah, she's constantly trying to do better and do her best job and never really achieves that. But she's just a woman I've never played before and kind of a mix of things I've done before, action and comedy and drama. And I think when you sign on to something that you think, okay, we're going to be doing this for a while, you have to be excited by that person and always looking to do other things and never being bored with what you're playing. And I don't ever foresee that happening with this character.
For sure. Well, I mean, you guys have shot just the pilot, correct?
Yes.
And Jake, you've shot nothing?
Correct.
Okay, great. So,
But he was great.
That's my best work. The whole time.
Best
I trusted my instinct, and it felt really good to finally do that.
sure. Wait, so did you get to see the pilot? Like, before you were attached to the pilot?
I did, yeah, I
So
got
you
to watch
actually
it.
got to watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, so you had like a better idea of
Yeah, I
everything.
got to see this whole cast. I got to see how they did it, and I was
Yeah.
like, I'm happy to jump on that team. So
Who's your favorite?
it's like children. You're all special in your own way. But it was, yeah, I feel it's really lucky because I'd heard about the project, I'd read the comic, and then I got to see it executed. And I can say it, and it's not weird because I'm not in it, but the pilot's great.
Sure.
They're all very good. The tone's really dark and interesting. I was surprised that it's going to be on ABC. It felt like a show that if I had heard about and I'd seen that pilot, I would be interested in watching it.
Yeah.
So when I had an opportunity to jump in, I said yes.
Yeah. Well, Michael, I know during the panel you said something about how when you read it, you felt like you couldn't categorize it. Do you feel like that's what kind of made you want to be a part of it? Is that it felt like something that is not already on TV?
Absolutely. It was, it's unconventional.
Yeah.
I think having a show that's based on a graphic novel instantly kind of takes it out of the category world. Like it's hard to kind of specify what this show will be because there's so many different elements and so many interesting components and interesting characters. So I think, you know, if you're going to watch this show, you're going to get caught up in this world that we're all caught up in terms of, you know, playing and everything. So that's the beautiful thing. It's not just a show. It's a world. It's a different world. Even though it's Portland, it's a different world.
Sure. But for those of you who shot the pilot, you've gotten a taste of your characters. You've gotten to do a little bit. What's something you're kind of most looking forward to digging into with your characters as you get to explore them for episodes and episodes, years and years?
Well, you know, in my career, I've played a lot of people in uniform, a lot
Sure.
of people in suits, and generally I'm the wash of a lawyer, the wash of a doctor, the wash of a political person, and I'm really excited to see what's beneath just the exterior of these, you know, working professionals. And I know, speaking to the producers, that we all have a lot of flaws and we all have a lot of soul searching to do. We're just regular people trying to do our jobs. And that's really exciting for me. I was excited that there were so many fierce female characters, not to diminish any of our, you know, beautiful male actors. But I just think it's really complicated. It's dirty, it's gritty, it's scrappy, and like you were saying, it's not a regular television show you think you're going to see on network. I think they're pushing the boundaries, and we're along for the ride.
Sure.
It's an action dramedy. Does that work?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Are all the characters? Are you all interacting? Like, are you all kind of connected through decks? Like, what is the kind of dynamic?
I guess they are sort of connected through me, but they are different worlds.
Sure.
There's Cole plays my brother in it, so it's obviously a family connection, and the character of Gray and I grew up together. And then there's the police department element, and then Tantoo plays Sue Lin, and she's the head of the casino. But I also dated her son back in the day, and she never approved of me, never liked me.
Why didn't you like her?
Yeah, great question. Thank you.
No, it's not that I don't like her. She's a bit of a mess. And
Wow.
she's my PI.
All right.
Because I don't want these cops running around my place and being suspicious of this and that and the other thing in this nice, clean place.
Is it a clean establishment? Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
She's great.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how she's going to solve these things, and I don't know what I'm going to get her to solve.
Sure.
But I know it'll be hot and heavy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Tookie's like kind of like her guardian angel. Like I feel like that's the hook I can play into, is that I
Sure.
really love Dex, like a big brother, and I just kind of like want to make sure she doesn't go off the deep end.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, I have dark secrets.
All right.
Don't we all, though?
I know.
Don't we
And
all?
I can tell you what it is,
Oh, great.
but it's a secret.
All right. I wish my guardian angel also made tacos. Like,
Yes.
that seems like the perfect
That's the
scenario.
dream.
It's the only kind of guardian angel I want.
Yes.
I mean, what do you feel like we can expect week to week? Like, what does an episode of Stumptown guarantee?
Well, I think there's always going to be some kind of a case, but it's not going to feel like a procedural. It's going to feel, every case is going to have something to do with the growth of the characters. And, the world of a PI is very strange. This is somebody who gets hired to take the jobs that the police don't have time to research, to do, and they're so personal to the clients who are doing the hiring. So it's going to be, from cases that are very bizarre and very intricate, and then also very scary, but we'll always come back to the relationships between these characters.
Sure.
From what I understand, or what I've been told, is that generally she's hired for something that's just a kind of a small, intricate case, and it ends up becoming something much more intricate and deeper,
Sure.
which is why the police end up being on that case as well, and how we end up crossing paths a lot. And I think that's awesome. It's just things get uncovered every episode that you don't expect.
Yeah.
She thinks she's doing some small job, and it turns out to be a massive undercover operation. I'm just making that up. I have no idea what's going on, but something like that.
Right. Amazing. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming through.
Thanks
Hey,
for having
thank
me.
you.
Having us.
And stay tuned to EW for all your Comic-Con coverage.